What's going on, guys? I'm Dominic Jordan, and this is Handsome and Healthy. So the other day I was at work, right? And this guy comes up to me and he's like, dude, how'd you get your hair to look like that? Not like this, but I'm about to show you what I mean in a few minutes. But I was like, dude, I use the hair sponge. And so I'm going to tell you about the hair sponge. This summer, probably the hottest hairstyles that you're going to see on black men is going to come via this hair sponge. And I actually found out about the hair sponge when I was watching this episode of Empire, right? I think it was the first time we were introduced to Derek Luke. And I saw Derek Luke, and I looked at his hair, and I was like, why is his nap so neat? This man had the neatest, most consistent naps I've ever seen in my life. And I was trying to figure out how did he achieve such neatness of naps. So I took to Facebook, and I posted up a picture of him just to be funny. But I asked the question, how did this man get such neat naps? And a girl hit me up, and she's like, hey, I think he's using a hair sponge. So I did some research, and by research, I mean I just put in hair sponge inside a Google search bar, and I came across this company called Nudred. So Nudred developed this revolutionary product, or this sponge, if you will, which allows you to basically twist your hair or kind of curl your hair depending on your hair texture and type. And you can actually start dreadlocks if you would like to as well with the Nudred Sponge. So I had to seek this product out, and I had to buy this hair sponge. So I went to my local beauty supply shop, and I came across this sponge called Magic Twist. And of course, with any product that you have out there that's gaining traction and it's successful, you're always going to have your imitators coming behind it, trying to steal up some of that profit. Of course, right? It's capitalism. I understand that. So I purchased the Magic Twist, hoping that it would get the job done. And at first it did. The only problem is that it's made out of this very soft, spongy material. So after a while, it started to kind of degrade and fall apart. And I realized that my hair didn't look the way that it originally looked when I first started to use the sponge. So I decided that I was going to go and spend the money and get the Nudred Sponge. But before I go into what took place and how to use this sponge, I just think it's really important to point out that the black hair care market is primarily dominated and controlled by Asians, which I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, I think there's something wrong with that picture. No, is it just me, or is it just me? It's just me, it's you, me. Are we here? I think we're here because check this out. This is black hair. You know who should control the market as far as black hair and beauty supply concerning black people? Black people. That's the only thing that really makes sense. So I said, you know what? I'm going to spend the extra money, and I'm going to support the little guy that can't necessarily afford to give you a product for $6. You know what I'm saying? So the Nudred Sponge actually costs $30. And I said I'm going to go support the little guy and spend $30 on the sponge because I believe in supporting black businesses. Not only that, we're not just going to support a black business just because it's black. But you want to support a black business because they have a quality product that's comparable to other products that are on the market, or it's just a product of high standards, right? Don't buy black just because they're black. Make sure that they're held to some standard. So we're only supporting quality. Don't do the tribalism thing. Don't vote black just because the politician's black. And don't buy from a black business just strictly because it's a black business. You got to use some thought. All right? So anyway, so let me get into how we're going to use this sponge. All right, so to get started, what I like to do is I like to soften my hair up a little bit. You can do it dry if that works for your hair type. Me, I can either do it dry or I can dampen it. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to take a rag. I'm going to dampen that rag under some hot water. Make sure it gets nice and wet. Squeeze out that water and pat it on your head just a little bit. Don't saturate your head too much. Just give it a little bit, all right? Take that sponge and you're just gonna rub it on top of your head in a circular motion. So if you're looking for a more conservative look, just make sure you rub it on top of your head and make sure it's an even area just for a few seconds, and it will have a nice look to it and be somewhat kind of conservative. If you're not going for that conservative look and you want to fully twist out your head and you want that natty, take that sponge and keep rubbing all over your head in a circular motion. Nice, tight, even circular motions all throughout your head. And continue to twist and twist and twist until you achieve the hairstyle that you desire. All right, guys, so I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial of how to use the Nudred Sponge. Remember, go out there, go get this Nudred Sponge. Don't front. Don't get the $6 sponge. Spend the money. Get you something of quality. Get you a decent product. And start twisting your hair. Let me know what type of styles you guys come up with. Remember, my hair is actually kind of long, so you might not achieve the same style or the same look that I have. But get it. Play around with it. Leave some comments below. Remember, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Nudred, baby. Also, you know what? I think I'm going to get a mohawk and then use a sponge. Sponge up that mohawk. That's going to be pretty dope, right? Yeah, it's going to be dope. If you're going to bite, I suggest that you wait at least 6 weeks and then you can bite. But not before 6 weeks. Now I'm just playing with you guys. This is Handsome and Healthy. I'm Dominic Jourdain. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, bye.